Hello, we are here on behalf of Rogers Cup, and we're reaching out to you because we feel that BMW Group Canada reflects the essence of the game of tennis and the high quality and standards that we try to maintain while organizing and putting on our event. We have had your support in the past when running our events, and we would like to continue the strong partnership that we have created.
Founded in 1881, Rogers Cup aligns itself with the goal of leading the growth of tennis in Canada with a vision of becoming a world-leading tennis nation. Through showcasing the world's best athletes, we seek to inspire our viewers to promote qualities such as teamwork, passion, integrity, innovation, and excellence. Having a rich history in organizing professional circuits has provided us with a high level of experience in understanding what we need to accomplish in order to achieve our goals as an event. We are also constantly looking for new ways to improve and are flexible in the way we approach new challenges. The operation of the event is supported and maintained by our committed volunteers, our professional management, and our several event policies. Rogers Cup has acquired a great amount of credibility in the realm of sport for producing a high-quality event. This provides viewers with a unique and enjoyable experience. Rogers Cup men's events will be taking place at various times in Toronto at Centre Court between August 8th and August 16th. In the year 2018, we had 150,597 total people in attendance for the men's events. This number has been gradually increasing every year, and we can expect it to increase for 2020. Ultimately, we have a great amount of resources at our disposal. We are a company with a rich history, and we can provide great benefits to our sponsors. Rogers Cup is targeted towards fans of all age groups, backgrounds, and races. However, it is important to recognize and understand the population that encompasses all tennis for the sake of accommodating our fans. The literature on the subject reveals that close to 6.6 million people in Canada have participated in tennis in some capacity in the year 2017. This is significant because it reveals that nearly 20% of the Canadian population has been exposed to tennis throughout the past year. Another important detail is that nearly 60% of Canadians follow professional tennis to some extent. These previously identified groups make up our target audience, although it is important to obtain more information about them to successfully tap into our market. Roughly 56% of tennis players are male and 44% of tennis players are female. It is noteworthy to mention that although every age group contributes to tennis participation in Canada, 12 to 49-year-olds make up 79% of the population. It is also noteworthy to mention that although every age group contributes to tennis participation in Canada, 12 to 49-year-olds make up 79% of the population that plays tennis. Rogers Cup appeals to people who are passionate about tennis and wish to see the history of tennis unfold before their eyes. As the demographics previously display, this would mainly consist of young and middle-aged adults. With knowledge of this information, we understand that in order to maximize the benefits of the event, we must orient the way that we present our game in order to appeal to our respective demographic. The demographic that BMW is targeting is closely linked with the demographic that enjoys Rogers Cup and participates in the sport of tennis in general. Through sponsoring our event, you would gain a significant amount of credibility within our fan base, which would provide you with greater opportunities to sell your product.
BMW would receive all the best promotional areas within the Aviva Stadium during the Rogers Cup. The Platinum Package is the package with the most benefit to a sponsor, as it includes every piece of signage to be sponsored by our top partner. As a company, Rogers Cup aims to aid in the promotion of BMW and entice customers to switch to a better product. With this package, BMW would be able to reach their target market, being mostly upper-class fans of the tournament. This target market will be introduced to BMW's advertising and promotional scheme heavily and for multiple days during the tournament. BMW will be invited to sponsor seating, side and end boards, merchandising, in-game announcements, and signage in and around the stadium. The marketing plan for the Rogers Cup event includes commercials on television during highly viewed sports programs and will be promoted by athletes through their announcements of participation. Therefore, the build-up to the Rogers Cup will also include BMW as a sponsor, and it will be involved in promotion for the event. With BMW's decision, Rogers Canada will start promoting the brand within the tournament, which will provide BMW with a tremendous amount of privileges and benefits that come with being partner with Rogers Cup.
The main goal of being a car dealership is putting customers in cars. BMW's downside is that car dealerships don't tend to get a big population of people trying to buy product every single day like at any typical store. So the biggest need for BMW is their exposure. If BMW decides to sponsor the Rogers Cup, they will have access to over 200,000 fans that they can promote their new products to. The best part is that the typical audience of the Rogers Cup is very similar to that of typical buyers of a BMW. On average, BMW owners and buyers tend to have an annual income of around $124,000. They tend to be between the ages of 25 and 54, which makes up 40% of their buyers, and 64% of their total buyers tend to be male. This means that their typical market consists of middle-aged males that come from upper to middle class or even high class income. The stats surrounding the Rogers Cup tend to reflect these same projections. The Rogers Cup hosts an average age of 46, as well as its population being 54% female, almost an even split, so attracting either gender is not an issue. When it comes to income, Rogers Cup has an average fan income of $122,300, fitting right into the BMW trends. Hosted in Toronto, the tournament has a chance to access people that like to spend money on sporting events. The ticket package prices of our event can range from $330 to member packages of values of over $5,000. The Rogers Cup clearly gives great opportunity for potential BMW buyers, and we will even have a car on display so that fans who are interested can experience the product, and BMW can actually put customers in cars at our event.
Sponsoring the 2020 Rogers Cup would benefit BMW in a multitude of ways. Rogers Cup is Canada's most prestigious tennis tournament with over 61.9 million viewers worldwide. BMW as a brand would receive exposure by having their trademark and logo on signs, banners, the umpire chair, and sideboards. Each of these components are key locations within a tennis tournament where everyone will be watching. These locations are the most valuable and most sought after, which would be given to BMW as the top priority sponsor partnership. This not only ensures that the advertisement would get a lot of views, which would gain revenue, but also associate BMW as a very important and high-end brand because of the important placings of their advertisements. The average household income of a tennis player is $122,300 a year, while 91 have a post-secondary education, allowing them to afford higher-end products. 57% of the Canadian population consider themselves tennis fans, which opens up the ability to market towards 57% of the Canadian population during the Rogers Cup. And the Rogers Cup is one of the highest viewed tournaments in Canada. Upper class customers are the ideal demographic for any company looking to increase revenue. Therefore, the Rogers Cup is very beneficial as many of the viewers are well off and can afford to indulge in a high-end company. All of these benefits are highlighted in order to attract the attention of BMW to become a partner sponsor with the Rogers Cup. We would now like to throw it over to our financial advisor who will be talking about the budget and investments during this partnership.
My name is Zach Pettit, the financial advisor for the Rogers Cup. Sora is unable to make it to the meeting, but getting down to it. The partnership between the Rogers Cup and BMW Group Canada is something that will be beneficial for both organizations if we can capitalize on the potential that it has. Other than Rogers, the presenting sponsor, the BMW Group would be our largest partnership of the tournament. The Rogers Cup is one of the premier events on the tennis circuit, and every year it attracts viewers and players from all around the world, which obviously has the potential to create a lot of new business. The partnership between Tennis Canada and BMW Group Canada has already grown into something great, and since we're looking to grow the game of tennis in Canada, in doing so, one of the main steps for us is being able to put on a great event not only for tennis fans, but people from all around Canada. In terms of finances, we're looking at a total of $102,922,832 for a sponsorship, and this money is going to help us in terms of setting up the event, such as startup costs, inventory, media contributions, and much more. We're asking for a payment schedule starting a year prior to the tournament, which comes out to a total of $8,562,902 per month. And with those payments, we're asking for schedule reasons that each payment is made on the first of every month via check. On the sponsorship side of things, we're asking that each dealership around Canada advertises our event, and as a business, BMW puts on 2 promotional events of your choosing, one 5 months prior to the tournament and one 1 month prior to the tournament. In return, we are offering 200 passes, which allows access to the grounds for the entire tournament. As well, we are offering 25 of our best promotional packages, which range from upwards of $4,500. These packages include items like parking passes, tent passes, merchandise, and passes for food and beverage. The BMW Group will be our highest priority for this tournament, as we are looking forward to growing a relationship with your organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to our proposal. Please consider what we have presented in order to make an informed decision on this opportunity to partner with Rogers Cup. We look forward to hearing from you.